Hi everyone, Nathan here again from Mighty Lancer Games. Here we go, we're going to crack some boosters. Hope you enjoy. So we're going to dive straight into box number 2. This is going to be a long video. So let's get cracking packs. We'll whiz through a little bit faster than we did with the first box. Cornered by Black Mages, Pushes, Wanderings, Ice Magic, Shopkeep, Fate of the Suncrist, Hill Gigas, Quirl, Sars, Chobo, Magitek, Armor, Eden, Seat of the Sanctum, so land, put that there. Commons and uncommons go in this pile. Rares, Saz, Catroy, oh, two rares again. Saz, Catsroy. He searches for birds or basic lands. And Machinist's Arsenal, so this is one of the job select equipments. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 for each artifact you control and is an artificer in addition to its other types. That is quite busted. Zidane, Tantalus Thief, and then a land and a token. Got the Moogle token. Dreams of Laguna, Blazing Bomb, Weapons Vendor, Fight On, Goobly Gardener, Blitzball, Araman, Sorceress Scheme, Summon Primal Garuda, the Prima Vista. We have got Ardyn the Usurper. Demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. Whew, pretty good. Lucas Stadium is Strixhaven Stadium, so this is for the Blitzball thing, isn't it? There we go. Sabatender, Dwarven Castle Guard, Hectize, Bard's Bow, Combat Tutorial, Blazing Bomb, Lock Cole, Queener, Barrett Wallace, Evil Reawakened, the Masamune. I think this is a good card. As long as equipped creature is attacking as first strike and must be blocked if able. If a equipped creature dying causes a triggered ability of this creature or an emblem you own to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So, cool. Endwalker. Brainstorm. It's a Brainstorm, but in a cool Final Fantasy art. Draw 3 cards, put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Battle menu. Land. Token. Brainstorm. You've done some pretty cool cards in these alternate art styles. Combat Tutorial. Call the Mountain Chochobo, Paladin's Arms, Undercity Diorat, Chochobo Kick. Lunatic Pandora. Crossroads Village is a land. Final Days. Gallup's Final Act. Unexpected Request. Side Quest. Luiso's Sacrifice. Sacrifice a legendary creature or pay 2 extra. Counter target spell thingy. Here we go. Gaily Cat, Sephiroth's Intervention, Goobly Gardener, Relieve the Esper, Laughing Mad, Renoa, that guy, Opera Love Song, Ninja Blades. Ninja Blades. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and is a ninja. Haste Magic, Mountain, Hero. Retrieve the Esper, Suplex, Gaily Cat, Push Wandering, Syncopate, Monk's Fist, Chantato, Cloud of Darkness, Fang, that's the thingy. Summon Chochobo, you go there. Noctis, Prince of Lucis. What does he do? So he's Esper colours. Oh, and then Cloud of Darkness. Lifelink, 4/3. You may cast artifact spells from your graveyard by paying 3 life, in addition to paying their other costs. If you cast a spell this way, that artifact enters with a finality counter on it. Okay. Marlborough, Geisel Greens, Dreams of Laguna. We've got a couple of spicy looking cards there at the back. Warrior's Sword, Weapons Vendor, Fight On, Quistis, Sandworm, Battle Menu, Vanille. So that's the other card that makes the big Ragnarok monster jobby. Clive, Ifrit's Dominant. What is this dude? When Clive enters, you may discard your hand, then draw cards equal to your devotion to red. Exile Clive, return it to the battlefield transformed. It is Ifrit, Warden of Inferno. It's a 9/9. Saga Demon. It fights up to one of the target creature, and then Brimstone. Add 4 red mana. If Ifrit has 3 or more lore counters on it, exile it and return it to the battlefield. Okay. Newfound Adventure, which is Farseek. Cool. Town Greeter, Plains, Blitzball Shot, Magic Damper, Summon Ifrit. Paladin's Arms, Black Mage's Rod, Adventurer's Inn, Iron Giant, Elixir, Dark Knight's Greatsword, Ride the Shaboof, Triple Triad, not seen that one yet. Beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles the top card of their library. Until end of turn, you may play the card you own, exiled this way, and each other card exiled this way with lesser mana value than it without paying their mana costs. Okay. Balam Garden, Seed Academy, so it's a rare town that you transform. What does it transform into? Balam Garden Airborne. Oh, it turns into a vehicle. 5/4 with crew 1. Ooh. That just seems pretty good. Crew it with a hero token. Rescue Mission, Dire-Rat, Chochobo, Iceflan, Suplex, Blitzball, Ramen, Circle of Power, Dragoon's Lance, X-Death, Summon Esper Ramu. Teller, Great Sage in the Final Fantasy art. Vincent's Limit Break. Go. Rook Turret, Warrior's Sword, Fate the Sunquist. Cornered by Black Mages, Grisol Greens, Magic Damper, Racetrack, Random Encounter, Moogle, Salvagers. Genji Glove, equipped creature, has double strike. It is 5 mana though. Whenever equipped creature attacks, if it is the first combat phase of the turn, untap it. Oh, that's why it's 5 mana. It gets double strike, and when it attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, you untap it, and after this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Yeah. Oh, nice. Battle at the Big Bridge. Fatal Push. Fatal Push is a great card. That is very cool. And then rare, Summon Primal Odin. In foil, Summon Primal Odin is great. If you can manipulate that correctly, you just win the game. Cloudbound Moogle, cornered by Black Mages. Pushes Wandering, Ice Magic, Item Shopkeep, Scout, World Map, Diamond Weapon. It's an 8/8. Cool. Ether, Self-Destruct, Demon Wall, Summon Leviathan. Return each creature that isn't a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent to its owner's hand. Until end of turn, whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent attacks. Sorry about that, guys. The battery ran out. So let's get back into pack opening. We're about halfway through. Box number 2. Commune with Beavers. Summon a Sanctum, Sabatender, Summon Jobo, Choco or Mog, Quitrub Forager, Monk's Fist, Sahagin, Zakfair, Thief's Knife, Freya Crescent. That's this guy's definitely, or Rat Knight. This is definitely going in the Rat deck, I think. Side quest, Catch a Fish. Memories Returning. Cool. Sandworm, Forest, Item Shopkeep, Rescue Mission, Marlborough, Summon Fatch Jobo, Dragon's Wyvern, Adventurer's Inn, Iron Giant, Ultros, Obnoxious Octopus. Look at them teeth. Zidane, Tifa's Limit Break, the Emperor of Palamacea. It's not a rare. Emmet Zelsh, Unsundered. Oh, we've had that. Have we had that guy? Yes, we've had that guy. Resentful Revelation and the Reactor Town. Bard's Bow. Sage's Nulith's Mycedian Elder. You're not alone. Hectize, Town Greeter, Magitek Infantry, Gold Saucer. That's a land. Reno and Rude. Rufus, Sin, Spira's Punishment. Leviathan Avatar. Whenever Sin enters or attacks, exile a permanent card from your graveyard at random. Then create a tap token that's a copy of that card. If it's a land card, reveal that process. Repeat that process. The Strahl, which is Smuggler's Copter. Nice. Airship Crash. Guado Salam, Farplane Gateway. Got Smuggler's Copter at pre-release. Very cool. Fate of the Suncrest. Marlborough. Geisal Greens. Dreams of Laguna. Warrior's Sword, Hill Gigas, Monk's Fist, Omega, Heartless Evolution, Snow Villiers, Relentless X, Summon, Knights of Round. Ooh, it's a mythic. Again, create 3 2/2 white knight creature tokens 4 times. It itself is a 3/3, 8 mana though. Other creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Put an indestructible counter on each of them. So it's 8 mana, but over 4 turns it's going to create you 12 creatures and then give you extra stuff on them. And then Bats and Boko, there's the Human Bird, White Auracite, Light of Judgment, Summon Choko, Shinra Reinforcements, Balam T-Rexosaur, T-Rexor, Scorpion Sentinel, Coel, Hilgigas, Adalbert Steiner, Realms Sketching, Poison the Waters, Ignis Scientia, Matoya, Archon Elder, Mysidian Elder, Slash of Light, Namatsu Trader, Gigantode, Sage's Nulith, Magitek Infantry, Town Greeter, Ring of the Luci, Prompto Argentum, Crystal Fragments, A Realm Reborn, Cecil Harvey, Timna the Weaver. Oh, that's a pretty cool card. Timna the Weaver is a very popular partner commander. Cactor, Baron, there we go. Weapons Vendor, Fight On, Blitzball Shot, Magic Damper, Summon, Ifrit, Adventurers In, Iron Giant, Coral Sword, Eject, excuse me, Vanille, Cheerful IC, Tifa. Whenever a land you control enters, double Tifa's power until end of turn. Dovin's Veto, Giotti. Still no Buster Sword. I don't even think it's a rare. I don't even think it's a mythic even. Paladin's Arms, Black Mage's Rod, Commune with Beavers, Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, Sabatender, Magitek Infantry, Sahagin, Rydia's Return, Phantom Train, Rydia, Summoner of Mist, Ambrosia Whiteheart, the Darkness Crystal, Black spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, Vane's Treachery, and Forest. Airship Crash, Ice Magic, Haste Magic, Slash of Light, Resentful Revelation, Syncopate, Vincent's Limit Break, Sid, Timeless Artificer, Queen Bran, Reach the Horizon, Sleep Magic, Starting Town. This land enters tapped unless it's your first, second, or third turn of the game. Okay. Garnet, Princess of Alexandria, 2 mana, legendary creature, lifelink, 2/2. Whenever Garnet attacks, may remove a lore counter from each of any number of sagas you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on Garnet for each lore counter removed this way. Actually, that is pretty good, because then you could keep all sorts of sagas in play. Ooh, interesting. Some of these cards I have not seen at all yet, so we're experiencing them for the first time, even though I've drafted and done a pre-release with this set. Grand Pulse, Ocho, Quirion Merchant, Light of Judgment, Dwarven Castle Guard, Amatsu Trader, Gigantode, Sid, Phoenix Down, Giot, Garland, Knight of Cornelia, Aerith Gainsborough. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Aerith. When Aerith dies, put X +1/+1 counters on each legendary creature you control, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on her. Oh, now then, what have I done? Start in town, put that in the wrong place. And then we've got Squall Leonhart, which is Danitha Capuchan Paragon. Legendary Human Knight, First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, Aura and Equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Crystal Fragments, Mountain, maybe 9 packs left, I think. Yeah, 9 packs. Scorpion Sentinel, Red Mage's Rapier, Shinra Reinforcements, T-Rex Ore, Adventurer's Airship, Summon Anima, Colossal Behemoth, Auron's Doofer, Summon Shiva, the Wind Crystal, white spells cost 1 less to cast, the Merchant, the Town, I'm not sure, have towns existed before? Red Mage's Rapier, White Mage's Staff, Foray Airship Crash, Kieran Merchant, Sahagin, Vincent's Limit Break, Travel the Other World, Clash of the Icons, the Crystals Chosen, Lionheart. When this equipment enters, deals 2 damage to any target. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. It's an uncommon. Yuna, Hope of Spira, Mythic. During your turn, Yuna and enchantment creatures you control have Trample, Lifelink, and Ward 2. At the beginning of your end step, return up to 1 target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. If a permanent with a finality counter on it would be put in a graveyard from anywhere, from the battlefield, exile it instead. Grand Pulse Ocho. Summon Joko Mog, Quarter of Foray, Bard's Bow, Sage's Nuliths, Mizidian Elder, Quirl, Vincent's Limit Break, Cactuar, Ilmeg Pixie, Summon Esperamu, Capital City, it's a land, Xenos Ygalvus, My First Friend. Oh, this is this guy transforms into an 8/8 dragon. That is pretty mental. Blackwall's number 3 is a wizard with flying and death touch. Thunder Magic, You're Not Alone, Resentful Revelation. Grand Pulse Ocho, Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Magic Pot, Adventurer's Airship, Crossroads Village. Stolen Uniform, Garnet, Fire Magic. Summon Primal Odin. Ride the Shapoof, Vector, Imperial Capital. Dragon's Wyvern, Thunder Magic, White Mage's Staff, Vane's Treachery, Blitzball Shot, Instant Ramen, Laughing Mad, Samurai's Katana, Tonberry, Tidus, Zel-Nched, Human Monk. Play an additional land on each of your turns. Gets +1/+0 for each land you control. At the beginning of your end step, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Moogle's Valor. For each creature you control, create a 1/2 white Moogle creature token with lifelink. Then creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Okay. Magitech Infantry and Windhurst Federation Centre. 4 packs remaining. You're Not Alone, Hectize, Airship Crash, Ice Magic, Haste Magic, Slash of Light, Shambling Sith, Ash, Princess of Dalmasca, Side Quest Hunt the Mark, Excalibur 2. Whenever you gain life, put a charge counter on Excalibur 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Excalibur 2. Squall, Seed Mercenary. Rough Divide. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets double strike until end of turn. Whenever Squall deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And he's a 3/4. And then we've got Thrum of the Vestige, which is a lightning bolt. Thrum of the Vestige deals 3 damage to any target. That's pretty cool, lightning bolt. Chobo Kick and a land. Haste Magic, White Aura Sight, Vane's Treachery, Chogo Kick, Rook Turret, Lunatic Pandora, Overkill, Jiratahir, Side Quest Card Collection, Varn, Street Thief. Whenever one or more scouts, pirates, and or rogues you control deal combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library. You may cast it. If you don't, create a treasure token. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, put a +1/+1 counter on each scout, pirate, and rogue you control. Dion, Bahamut's Dominant. This is one of the ones I was thinking of. Let's not skip ahead. Dragonfire Dive. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control are flying. When Dion enters, create a 2/2 white knight. And then, for 6 mana and tapping him, you can exile Dion and return it to the battlefield transformed until its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. And it comes back as Bahamut, Warden of Light, a enchantment creature, Saga Dragon. Put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until end of turn. And Giga Flare, destroy target permanent, exile Bahamut, and return it to the battlefield front face up. Well, that's just good, isn't it? That is just good. And then what have we got? Primeval Titan. Astral Titan is Primeval Titan. It's a creature giant. Trample. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, you may search your library for up to 2 land cards, put them on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. 6/6. Pretty good. Stuck it in Summoner's Sanctum and gone. 2 packs left. 2 packs left. I predict the last pack will have 0 hits. In Iceflan, Summon Ifrit, Cloudbound Moogle, Sephiroth's Intervention, Commune with Beavers, World Map, Magic Pot, Poo Poo UFO, Swallowed by Leviathan, Black Waltz number 3, Torgal, A Fine Hound. Joshua, Phoenix's Dominant. Whenever Joshua enters, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Exile Joshua for this cost, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. It comes in as a Phoenix, Warden of Fire, Flying Lifelink 4/4. Rising Flames, Phoenix deals 2 damage to each opponent, and then Flames of Rebirth, return any number of target creature cards with total mana value 6 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, exile Phoenix and return it to the battlefield front face up. That is pretty good as well. Last pack. Can we hit something awesome in this last pack? Can we? Resentful Revelation, Grand Pulsatcho, Kirkian Merchant, Light of Judgment, Dwarven Castleguard, Syncopate, Town Greeter, Gladiolus Amisita, Summon Fenrir, Valkyrie Aerial Assault, Garland, Astrologian's Planisphere, Job Select, create a human. Equipped creature is wizard in addition to its other types and has, whenever you cast a non-creature spell and whenever you draw your 3rd card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's a bit weird, but okay. Loporrit Scout, which is a rabbit in foil and a swamp and an art card. So that is the end of Booster Box number 2. Okay, and then we move on to these. So this is a box that we've got hold of just to open for the super cool single packs, single cards even. Let's see what kind of awesomeness we can hit in these. Okay. Hero. Oh, the rares are at the front. Wild Rose Warrior. Oh, hang on, we better put those in that pile. Deadly Dispute, Esper Origins, Eye of Nidhogg, Stiltskin, Moogle Merchant, and Clive's Hideaway, and a Swamp. And then Secret Rendezvous, Ash in full art style, or extended art, Relentless, Judge Magister, Cargo Ship, Phaeton, Summon Ifrit, and a Natsumu Trader. So let's go this way. Gigantode, Windhurst, Syncopate, Evil Awakened, Sorceress's Schemes, Razor Chochobo side quest. Cloud of Darkness. Summon Fat Chochobo. Foil Wastes. Very cool. Fire Crystal. Realm Reborn. Wrecking Ball Arm. Equipped creature has base power and toughness 7/7 and can't be blocked by creatures with 2 or less. Power 2 or less. Okay. Costs less to equip it to a legendary. Terror, Herald of Hope. At the beginning of combat on your turn, mill 2 cards. Terror gains flying until end of turn. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, pay 2. When you do, return target creature card with power 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Very sweet. Wild Rose Rebellion, which is a counter spell. Foil counter spell. Very nice. And Traveling Chochobo. Right, that's pretty good hit. It's not the fancy neon ink, but it is still a Traveling Chochobo full art foil. Neon ink, foil ink. Wow, that's what we want, isn't it? Gold foil. Hectize. Item Shopkeep. Call the Mountain Chochobo. Ultros. Phoenix Down. Rufus. Zakfair. Oh, look, it's a foil Ragnarok half. Zakfair goes there. Vanille goes there. We need the black one now. Shiny Swamp. Summoner's Grimoire. Shadow Mysterious Assassin. Lice Hexed. Non-creature spells you control cost 1 less to cast. Celes Rune Knight. When it enters, discard any number of cards, draw that many cards +1. Okay. Van, Aspiring Sky Pirate, so Captain Lannery Storm, and Balthier and Fran, and a token. Vehicles you control get +1/+1, have Vigilance and Reach. Whenever a vehicle crewed by Balthier and Fran this turn attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, you can pay 1, a red and a green, and if you do, after this phase there is an additional combat phase. Scorpion Sentinel. Guado Salam. Sage's Newliths, Reno and Rude. Ooh. Sandworm. Capital City. Freya Crescent, full art wrap. Summon Esper Ramu. Mountain. Kane, Traitorous Dragoon. Rauban, Bull of Alamigo. Ultima. Joshua, I think that's a pretty good hit. Thrum of the Vestige, Lightning Bolts, very cool. And Jidor, Aristocratic Capital. Target opponent mills half their library, rounded down. Right, you're not alone. Resentful Revelation. Nation of Scholars. Poison the Waters. Summon Shiva. Gladiolus. Ambrosia. Stolen Uniform. Plains. Hope Esthim. Oh, that's the mill thing. At the beginning or end step, each opponent mills X cards, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Conformer Shuriken. Equipped creature has, whenever this creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. If that creature has greater power than this creature, put a number of +1/+1 counters on this creature equal to the difference. Wandering Minstrel. Clive. Bart Klauser, which is Winota, Joiner of Forces. Another Canamanda card. And Ultima, Origin of Oblivion. So that's a different art for Ultima. Very nice. What we got? Gone. Warrior's Sword. Monk's Fist. Albed Salvagers. Ash. Diamond Weapon. Sid. Crystal Fragments. A Mountain. Mughals Valor. Sid Free Flyer Pilot. Equipment and vehicle spells cost 1 less to cast. During your turn, Sid has flying. He's a 2/2 for 2. That's pretty cool. Sin, Spira's Judgment. That's that Leviathan from earlier. Jill, Shiva's Dominant. Another flip card. When Jill enters, return one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. What is this? Vanadiel Adventurers, Laboratory Maniac. Oh, that's pretty cool. And Esper Origin. Go. Fate of the Suncrist, Black Mage's Rod. Summon Fachichobo. Swallowed by Leviathan. Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. That's the other half of the Ragnarok thing. In fact, yes, in foil, and also the other part of it in non-foil. Cool. Summon Fenrir. A forest. Buster Sword, yeah! Buster Sword is a mythic. Equipped creature gets +3/+2. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then you may cast a spell from your hand with mana value less or equal to that damage without paying its mana cost. Finally got one. Boom! Buster Sword. Foil. The Darkness Crystal. Bannon, the Returner's Leader. 2 mana, legendary creature, human cleric rebel. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a creature spell from among cards in your graveyard that were put there from anywhere other than the battlefield this turn. Whenever you attack, pay 1. You may pay 1 and discard a card. If you do, draw a card. A 1/3. Guja, Genome Sorcerer. Vane, Carudus Solidar. Oh, that's Finn the Fangbearer. Yep. Okay, and Van, Street Thief. And a Hero token. Blazing Bomb. Baron. Airship Kingdom. World Map. Ether. Restoration Magic. Gallus Final Act. Chaos the Endless, or Garland Knight of Hujumflipper. Vanille, Cheerful CI. Surge Foil. Nice. Forest. Summon Titan. Heldiger, Shinra Executive. Human Soldier, at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of soldiers you control. At the beginning of combat on your step, the beginning of your end step, create a number of 1/1 white soldier creature tokens equal to the number of opponents who control more creatures than you. Master Seymour, not seen him before. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to Master Seymour's power on another target creature you control. Celes Rune Knight. Oh, we've had that guy. We've had that one. It's a mythic as well. Imperial City of Archades, which is Wall of Omens, and then a foil Joshua Phoenix's Dominant. Is that a different art? That might be a different art to the one that we already had. 4 packs left. These are the last 4 packs that we're opening for now. So, Adventurer's Airship. Cornered by Black Mages. Dwarven Castle Guard. Freya Crescent. Lock Cole. Garland. Summon Fachichobo. Zidane. Plains. Joshua. Balthier and Fran. Bugenhagen, Wise Elder, Human Shaman. Reach 1/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, draw a card, and you can tap him for 1 mana of any colour. Hope Estheme, Lifelink Jobber. What is this? Benedicta Harmon. Ishai Ojutai Dragon Speaker. Oh, that's that one. Legendary Bird Monk. Flying. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it has partner. And Vincent Valentine, that turns into the Werewolf Beast. It's a nice version of it. And then a cool Frog token, Frog Hero token. It's a 3-pack. I think we've got some cool cards. We'll have to have a look and see how cool. Light of Judgment. Summon Choco. Royal City. Albert Steiner. Questus Trip, Torgal, Lock Cole, Death Touch Lifelink. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. Prompto Argentum, Island, the Lunar Whale, the Falcon, Airship Restored, 4/3 flyer. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Crew 2, 4 and a black. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. That's pretty good. Protection Magic. Haven't seen that one either. Put a shield counter on up to 3 target creatures. Dion. That's the knight that gives other things flying. Dawn Warrior's Legacy. Mizzix's Mastery. And then a foil Dion. Nice. Keep forgetting. Rares at the front. Geisal Greens. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Retrieve the Esper. Auron's Inspiration. Summon Anima. Zidane Tantalus Thief. Queen Ku Gourmet. Eden Seat of the Sanctum. Swamp. Sin, Spyrus Punishment. Kimahari Valiant Guardian, a cat warrior, haven't seen this one yet. Vigilance, Ronza Rage. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Kimahari and tap target creature an opponent controls. Then you may have Kimahari become a copy of that creature, except his name is Kimahari Valiant Guardian and has Vigilance and this ability. Okay, Cloud's Limit Break. A tiered spell. So it's 1 and a white, and then you pay for Cross Slash, destroy target creature, Blade Beam, destroy any number of tapped target creatures with different controllers, or Omni Slash, destroy all tapped creatures. Raubaum, Bull of Al-Magru, Laboratory Maniac again, and Xenos Galvus. He's the guy that turns into the big 8/8 dragon. And then we've got a Wizard Hero token. So, last pack. This is the last pack. Let's see if we get anything really awesome in the final pack. Weapons Vendor. Suplex. Magitech Infantry. Thief's Knife. Unexpected Request. Side Quest Hunt the Mark. Zidane Tantalus Thief. Summon Choco Mog. Mountain. Dion in foil. Summon Ixion. Saga unit. Oh, I don't think we've seen this one. Exile target creature an opponent controls until this saga leaves the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 2 target creatures you control. Gain 2 life. 3/3 first strike in Unicorn. Seymour Flux, legendary creature, spirit avatar. At the beginning of your upkeep, pay 1 life. If you do, draw a card and put a +1/+1 counter on him. Summon Yojimbo, 5/5 Vigilant Saga Samurai. Exile target artifact, enchantment, or tapped creature an opponent controls. Until your next turn, creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each of those creatures. And finally, create X treasure tokens, where X is the number of opponents who control a creature with power 4 or greater. Stay with me, Rhystic Study. Boom! Yeah. Lots of people have been chasing this in the store, trying to get a Rhystic Study, but they want the art that is on the card. This is Rhystic Study, fantastic commander card. Unfortunately, it is not a foil, but still awesome hit. And Zodiac, Umbral God, 5 mana, indestructible. That just gets crazy. Finally. And a hero token. So there we go. We've opened 2 play booster boxes. We've opened some collector boosters. We've got some fantastic cards. We've got a nice Traveling Chochobo and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. All of these cards will be listed for sale on the Mighty Lancer Games website in the coming days. Absolutely fantastic. Very excited to have been able to open all these packs. We need to get them sorted, we need to get them listed. If you have enjoyed watching the video and hearing me ramble about it, please give us a like on the video, consider subscribing to the channel if you don't already, and you'll be able to see what other fantastic content we create. We do painting videos, we do all sorts of little tutorial-y things, we'll occasionally do box openings and other stuff on here that you may find useful. So please consider a subscribe and certainly a like on the video if you would be so kind. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you for watching, and see you all soon.